As requested, today we will be covering 3 low-cap altcoin gems that have the potential to make massive gains this year. Hey guys, my name is Sheldon Evans, welcome back, or if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on all of the bell notifications. As you know, YouTube does gatekeep a lot of this cryptocurrency content here on YouTube, so unless you let them know that you want to see this type of content, you're going to miss it. So before we get into any of this, I should just let you guys know that as always, I am not sponsored or affiliated with any of these projects. All these thoughts and opinions are my own, and this is not financial advice. I don't outsource any of this research, I do it all myself, and I spend a lot of time looking into these projects and trying to find these gems for you guys. So with that out of the way, on my display right now, the first project that I have open is Shopping.io. And you might have an idea as to what it is, but it's a very simple project that solves a major issue in cryptocurrency right now, and that's why I think that it has the potential to do massive gains this year. So Shopping.io essentially allows you to spend your cryptocurrency on any e-commerce platform like Walmart and Amazon and eBay without opening accounts there or opening any credit cards, any card accounts, doing any sort of KYC. It's a simple on-ramp for you to purchase pretty much anything online on an e-commerce site using your cryptocurrency. And the reason that I think a project like this has so much potential is due to this simple fact that the global e-commerce economy hit $25.6 trillion in sales in 2018. That is up 8% from 2017 and has since grown astronomically in 2020 with the whole world pandemic that's happening, and many people are sitting at home and purchasing things online. Now, this project allows you to do a simple transaction online. You sign up for their website and you can pretty much search for anything on Amazon or eBay or Walmart. You can paste the ASIN, which is the code that identifies items on Amazon, right here, search for it and purchase it through their platform and get it delivered in 2 days shipping as far as I know, without having any sort of credit card, without having any sort of account with any of these platforms. It's done right through this platform. Now, one thing that makes this platform quite interesting to me as well is due to the fact that they have a very simple pricing model. So you have to hold the SBI token in your wallet and you get discounts. So with one SBI token, you get a discount of 1% across all your purchases, 100, 2%, 5% for 1,000, and 2,000 SBI for 10% discount. That's a 10% discount on your orders, as well as free shipping or free 2-day shipping in the USA, as well as a 100 order per month limit. Well, I'm not sure how many orders you'll be making from Amazon. Perhaps you might do it in bulk. So depending on how many orders you're making online, this might be the sort of the tier that you like. But a 10% discount, that is incredibly high. And considering that you're able to do all of this with this platform, it's a simple branding, Shopping.io. As you know, one of the main attractors to cryptocurrency is, or any project for that matter, any company and so on, is branding. And having a simple branding like Shopping.io is a no-brainer for me for the appreciation in the price of this project and the adoption and use case for it. So Shopping.io is currently at $9.39, down 10% or 10.5% in the last 24 hours. And this is a good sign. So when you see this, don't get scared. This is fantastic. This means time for entry. These red numbers that you see here, on any cryptocurrency for that matter, is a good sign. It means it's time to buy in. You're not buying at the peak. There's a lower risk to downside. And the one thing that I want to highlight as well is that the market cap of Shopping.io is $7.8 million. This is minuscule compared to what this project's able to do. And I don't even quite understand why it's so low. If we look at the global e-commerce market cap, like I said, or global e-commerce sales is $25.6 trillion. And this platform that is integrating those payments, that is trying to process these payments, or at least a fraction of them through cryptocurrency, is only $7.8 million. I think this is incredibly undervalued. And with a maximum circulating supply of 1 million tokens, it wouldn't surprise me if this does a 10 to 100x gain this year, because why would you not use this? Even if you are able to use platforms like Amazon and Walmart and so on, you're getting a 10% discount by using cryptocurrency, and you're able to earn rewards and stake the SBI token. So when you purchase one of these tiers, or we sign up for one of these tiers, and you're holding SBI in your wallet, you can then also stake it on their staking platform and earn rewards while holding this. So this isn't wasted money, as well as the appreciation in the price of this token. So if this token does a 10x gain, your initial purchase will be 10x from what it was, as well as all the staking rewards that you receive. So I think this is very early on for this project. It does have a lot of potential. If we look at Amazon's market cap from 2006 to 2020, there's just been an exponential growth. As we know, e-commerce is a booming industry. It's gaining traction like never before. More and more people are at home, more people are making orders at home. And we can see that major spike as well in the beginning of 2020, where we went from an $800 billion market cap of Amazon to almost $1.8 trillion in a matter of months. And that was due to the pandemic. And as this has happened, people have realized that it's just as satisfying, it's just as easy or even easier to purchase things online from home. So this would be a no-brainer for me for this project to start really taking off very soon. And like I said, when you do see these dips, it's a good entry point. The project didn't launch very long ago. I think at the beginning of January, it did have a major spike as soon as they launched. But we see that they didn't have a spike and then a major dump. This is steadily growing. There's no major dump. There's a growth, some consolidation, growth, some consolidation, and so on. So right now you're getting in prices that are really low in comparison to where it has been over the past month. And you're minimizing your downside when you're entering at a lower price. So when a project has had a dump, you're looking for potential upside as well as potential downside. So when you buy on high pumps, when a coin has done a major pump already, say 200, 300, 400% gains, you also have to remember that the downside is now maximized because those people that entered before you are looking for a way to exit the market and realize their gains that they've had. But if you're entering when a token has done those downside gains already, or when it's moved downwards, you enter at the bottom, there's more potential upside gain because you're entering where the previous people entered and then sold at the top and came back down. So this is a fantastic opportunity in my opinion. They also have upcoming integrations with AliExpress, which is one of the largest e-commerce platforms in the world as well, in addition to Amazon, Walmart, and eBay, and so on. So do recommend even trying their platform out for yourself. Do try place an order, purchase some tokens, try and stake, see what your experience is with it on your own, and if you believe that there might be some adoption for this, and let me know how it goes in the comments down below. Next up, we have the Akash Network, or AKT. And essentially, Akash Network allows you to launch any app or node on their decentralized cloud platform. So it's a decentralized cloud computing network similar to that of Amazon Web Services and Azure and so on. They're competing with these centralized entities that are aiming to do the same thing, although as we know, decentralization is the future. If we need any sort of proof for that, we have to simply look at cryptocurrency as a whole. It's taking the world by storm right now, thanks to the fact that decentralization makes everything more secure, makes it easier, makes it faster, and provides more of a fair system to everyone involved. So Akash is similar to something known as Golem Network, or Golem, which is also providing cloud computing services in a similar manner. They're known as the first truly decentralized supercomputer, creating a global market for computing power. Their market cap currently is $129 million, and this project has been around for a while, since the beginning of 2017, although there haven't been many major developments in that time. And you can see they've flatlined over the past couple of years, but even in doing so, they have a market cap of $129 million. Whereas Akash Network right now is sitting at $57 million, and they're doing something quite similar and even better than Golem. If we head over to the Akash website, we can see that the Unstoppable Cloud, the D Cloud for DeFi, the world's first decentralized computing marketplace. So Akash D Cloud is a faster, better, and lower cost cloud built for DeFi, decentralized projects, and high growth companies, providing unprecedented scale, flexibility, and price performance. And these are the advantages of decentralization, of course. It's serverless, it's interoperable, it's secure and private, and they provide a hybrid cloud as well. So there are physical servers supplied by the cloud service providers and organizations with spare capacity. So one of the major advantages to using Akash is that many of these servers and platforms already have excess computing power that they're now able to sell out or rent out to people using Akash Network. And Akash is capitalizing on that by then redistributing that excess computing power to people who need it without paying the high cost of owning an entire server or paying for centralized cloud computing services like Amazon Web Services and so on. And you can see that from their website that you can save up to 10x on your cloud bill with no middlemen. Cloud providers compete to host your workloads, greatly reducing your cost. So there's obviously a fraction of the cost here because there is no overhead for this service. Everything is decentralized. There's no one sort of centralized entity that's controlling it and trying to make a profit from this. So Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure, they're all around 10x in cost to Akash. So this is not like a small discount, 10 to 12% or 15% discount on these services. This is a 10x discount, and it makes no sense as to why you wouldn't migrate to using Akash Network when they're offering this major discount. Cloud computing is definitely one of the most important advancements in technology that we're seeing today. The movement and direction are clear. Based upon current trends, IDC predicts a compound growth rate of 20% per annum for cloud computing, set against the overall software market, which is only growing at around 6% per annum. So cloud computing as a whole is growing faster than the rest of the overall software market, which says something quite interesting considering that this article is from 2010. Right now, the cloud computing industry is $371 billion in 2020, and it's expected to grow to close to $1 trillion in 2025. If Akash is able to capture just a small percentage, say 1% of this global market in cloud computing, this market cap will rise exponentially very, very quickly as more and more people start using this platform. And the reason that you might want to use it, again, is it's due to its decentralized nature. If we look at how decentralization has taken over everything in the world, from cryptocurrency to networks to now cloud computing, we can use Uniswap as the perfect example. Centralized exchanges have been around for a while, like Binance and Kraken, KuCoin, Crypto.com, and so on. Whereas they were the leaders in the market where they did have the most volume every 24 hours, we now have exchanges or decentralized exchanges like Uniswap that are putting these centralized exchanges to shame and having as much, if not more, volume than the centralized exchanges, indicating that people are more inclined to go for the decentralized option, the option that requires less KYC. It provides more privacy and it provides more anonymity. And by offering these things, it makes sign up and it makes use of these platforms faster and more efficient than signing up on using these centralized platforms. If you were to sign up for Amazon Web Services, often it takes a long time to sign up. You have to provide a variety of documents and details, and then you have to sign up with your credit card and start using their platform. Whereas Akash Network, it's a simple non-KYC sign up and you can start using their network immediately. And on top of that, they provide better, faster, and more cost-effective features than using these centralized platforms. So in these budget-conscious times, there's intense pressure to reduce the cost of acquisition and maintenance of software solutions. And with decentralized computing, there's lower maintenance costs, there's no overhead, as I've mentioned, so it makes these costs easy to keep low. They're not initial or early adopter discounts, they will be low like this for the future. So Akash also has some very interesting partners like Coil, Packet, Interledger, as well as Solana, and it's built on the Cosmos ecosystem, but it is also interoperable with other chains. So as you know, the key word for 2021 will be interoperability. That is why the likes of Polkadot are growing so quickly. The need for interoperability is now needed more than ever. There needs to be cross-chain interoperability. Projects need to work with one another. There won't be one to rule them all. I'll say this in every video if I have to, but there won't be one blockchain. There won't be one cryptocurrency to rule them all. Integration, interoperability, and partnerships is what makes these projects grow. And Akash has partnered with Solana, which is one of the highest performance blockchains. So by interoperating with Solana, Akash users will soon be able to run secure and scalable smart contracts on Solana's high-performance platform and pay using the Akash token. So that is where the value for the AKT token comes into play, is that you will need to use this token in order to have access to this network and start using it. So many projects often have a token just for the sake of having a token, whereas they need a use case like this, like shopping.io. You need to hold the token or use it because it will provide you with an advantage rather than not having it at all. So as I said, Solana is one of the highest performance blockchains. So on current iterations of the Solana testnet, a network of 200 physically distinct nodes supports a sustained throughput of more than 50,000 transactions per second when running with GPUs. These performance numbers are unheard of in crypto. And I suppose that is why Akash has chosen Solana and they've partnered together. So currently the validators have little to no option other than to run their nodes on centralized cloud services like Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud, as I mentioned before. So 60% of Ethereum nodes currently run on Amazon Web Services and other centralized cloud service providers. This threatens decentralization at the core. As I said before, we can have decentralization, but if all of the network power, if everything is run on a single network and one of the parties in the network has a monopoly, that is not decentralization. So platforms and services like Akash are highly essential to the future of decentralization. They also have this Akash Supermini, which is the world's smallest, slickest, and most powerful portable supercomputer. I have reserved one of mine right now. I've joined the waitlist, so if I do manage to get one of these, I will share it with you guys and show you. But essentially, you can become a validator for the network by having your own Akash Supermini, which is a powerful supercomputer. So quickly and easily generate passive income at home or office by becoming a cloud provider on Akash's D Cloud. So simply plug it in, offer computational power to the network and earn crypto as passive income. This is incredibly impressive to me, considering they've managed to create this product and sell it and sell out of it. You're able to have this little guy running in your house or your office and earn income by providing this computational power to the network. So obviously you don't need one of these to provide computational power to the network, but it would be cool to have one. If we take a look at their white paper, you'll see it explains exactly what I've said before, as outside of the large incumbent providers, organizations do not have many options for cloud computing. Akash aims to create efficiencies in the cloud hosting market by repurposing compute resources that go to waste in the current market. There's a major use for this. As I've said before, I am an e-commerce store owner and I have been that for many years. And in the network or in the industry of sales and logistics, you understand how important it is to use this excess capacity that you have, not just in cloud computing, but in any industry for that matter. So if I'm shipping something from China to the US, often it would be a very expensive endeavor to have an entire shipping container, especially for the size of the products that we were shipping in. So instead, you would reserve or use excess space in containers that weren't full. And that's essentially what's happening with the Akash network, is they're renting out or selling that excess capacity that wouldn't be used anyways to people who want access to the network and making it more efficient. If you are more mathematically inclined, I do encourage you to go take a look at their white paper and read through it to understand exactly what the value for the AKT token comes from and how it will be used, as well as their mining protocol and how you can stake their tokens as well. So they obviously do also have a staking platform that allows you to stake their Akash tokens. And currently in the Akash network, there's 88% or 89% of the supply staked, which is an insanely high staking number, meaning that the value of this token is solidified. That is why we are seeing the stable price. And again, this protects you from the lower downside that I've spoken about before. When entering something like this and the supply is so highly staked, you're more than likely protecting yourself from the project crashing to zero because the supply is staked. And if you do want to earn additional income as well, the current reward is close to 50% APY. So you will be earning high rewards as well if you were to stake this. Having a market cap of $57 million is quite impressive as well, considering they're only on these sort of unknown or smaller exchanges like BitMax and Bitmark. They are on DigiFinex as well. So there is a lot of volume on BitMax, as you can see. But as they start getting listed on larger platforms, perhaps they get listed on Coinbase and Binance and KuCoin and Kraken and so on, this project will skyrocket in price, in my opinion, because of how difficult it is to acquire right now. Remember, when these tokens are only available on these select platforms, it gives it a large barrier to entry and makes it more difficult to acquire these projects. So when looking for gems in your own research, or when looking for low cap altcoin gems, look for projects that are difficult to acquire, difficult to come by, difficult to get your hands on. And then as they start getting more adoption, as they start having more and more partnerships and partnering and getting listed on larger exchanges, the price appreciation will come naturally. And you'll be in early and have your bags from the get-go and be able to claim yourself as one of the original investors into the project. So do check out Akash Network if you haven't yet. And finally, we have Tixel or TXL, which allows interoperable smart contracts and dApps to be built on a single network. So with interoperable smart contracts and dApps, the German Tixel organization builds a single high-performance network for all tokens. For a new era of DeFi, payments, and banking, at the core of Tixel is the interoperable Layer 1 Autobahn network with single and minimal fee transactions for any transfer of data, not just digital assets or tokens. So this is an incredibly interesting project with a great use case. As you know, one of the major issues with cryptocurrency in general right now is the high fees, not just on Ethereum, but in many of the chains. And this is what this aims to do. And the keyword again, interoperable. We're going to have this word, or we're going to hear this word a lot, especially throughout this year, as more and more projects and chains start interacting with one another. So all of the tokens are on a single network, which is their Autobahn, which you would see right here, a visual representation of it at least. So right now, the Bitcoin mainnet is live, and they haven't got the ERC20 mainnet live just yet. So we are still early on in this project as well. Currently, they have a market cap of just $10 million. That is so incredibly small, considering that they're interoperating with both Bitcoin and ERC20 tokens. So you can actually use this right now. You can use their wallet to send Bitcoin pretty much feeless between wallets. So this is how their Autobahn network works. So in other networks, transactions are either expensive, slow, or not interoperable. Tixel's Autobahn solves all of these pain points. It is built as a special DAG working with Stellar Consensus Protocol, the SCP. So you send Bitcoin to the Autobahn network gateway. The decentralized nodes hold your Bitcoin via threshold signature schemes, the TSS. You transfer Bitcoin within the network as often as you like, and then you withdraw the Bitcoin back to the main blockchain if you plan to hold it there. The decentralized nodes release your Bitcoin via this TSS. So they're solving the issue with high fees, on DeFi and DEXs in general. So the use case for this is endless. So you can use it in areas of DeFi, NFTs, voting and election, and gaming. The Tixel wallet. The Tixel wallet is an easy to use crypto wallet already in our mainnet. The first supported coin is Bitcoin to send BTC instantly and feeless, just as I said. So you can head over to this link and create a Tixel wallet yourself and start doing it right now. Go experiment with it, go play with it. I say this many times, play and experiment with all of the platforms that you can in cryptocurrency, even if it costs you a little bit to do. Like I've said in the past, try and sign up with every exchange and every wallet that you possibly can and interact with these DEXs and so on, because you may be rewarded in the future. Uniswap provided an airdrop. 1inch provided an airdrop. There are airdrops happening all the time and people are getting free money for simply interacting and using these platforms, these new wallets, these new protocols. So try and do that. Go interact with them, go play with this, and let me know how it goes. Currently, Tixel is very under the radar right now. There's hardly any marketing for it. You can hardly find it anywhere online, especially with a $10 million market cap. It's not surprising that they're so small. If we head over to their Twitter, you can see that they have a marketing team that they'll be recruiting soon, as well as the ERC20 progress they're working on to integrate ERC20 tokens with the networks. With recruiting a marketing team, I think this is one of the most important parts of any roadmap of any project. I've spoken about this before, but if you have a project that has fantastic tech, is doing what it says it's supposed to do, is having good progress, but they have no marketing, no one's going to know about it, no one's going to invest in it, no one is going to even care about your project unless there are people out there talking about it, marketing it, getting real eyes on your product. And if you can't do that, the value of your project is not going to increase in price. And if we're all going to be honest with one another, the number one reason many of you are here is to make money. Yes, you may care about the tech. Yes, you may care about the future of cryptocurrency, but a lot of you are here with the intention to make money from your investments. And if you are like me, you're active in many of the Discords and Telegrams of these projects because you understand the value of marketing and promoting these projects. Remember, if you're invested in something and you complain that the project isn't performing well, that it's not growing in price, that it's not gaining in value, that is also on you as an investor. You as an individual have the ability to get more eyes on your project, to share that with other people and get them invested. So this is why I recommend to keep your portfolio quite simple. Don't invest in hundreds of different cryptocurrencies and different small cap gems and hold them in your wallet for an extended period of time without actually understanding or knowing what the projects are about, understanding their developments and what their roadmap looks like and why you're invested in the first place. Because what ends up happening is that you start complaining because your coin isn't performing along with the rest of the market, but you've done nothing to help that. So when you're in the Discord and everyone's complaining that this project is not performing, it's not making me any money, go out there and share it with people. Let them know about your project, why it's important, why it's working, why you invested in the first place. Talk to your friends about it. These are all ways that you as an individual can contribute to the cryptocurrency ecosystem. And yes, I do a lot of the heavy lifting for you guys by introducing you to these projects and sharing them with you, but it's up to you to take the next step and start looking into them deeper. Go read the white papers, go interact with the communities and talk to people, talk to fellow investors and share the joy together of your bags growing in value. So back to Tixel, a lot of stuff is coming up in Q1 of 2021. That's why I believe that it has a lot of value coming this year. So in addition to this, they have the ERC20 integration coming. So as you know, they have the BTC integration already. They have additional wallet features such as including friend onboarding, UX improvements, and so on. They have a wallet app that will be integrated, security audits, exchanges that they'll be listing on, as well as more and more token bridges swapping between ecosystems. Again, here's that buzzword, interoperability. You're going to hear this a lot this year, and it's going to be a very important word at that. So with upcoming exchange listings, we could see the value of this token increase in value as well. Currently, they're listed on just Uniswap as far as I know. Yep, Uniswap and Valaxy, very small exchanges, except for Uniswap, that is. But once they start getting listed on these centralized exchanges, it provides more eyes to these projects. Like I've said before, even though Uniswap might have a ton of volume and be the platform to be listed on or get your project on Uniswap, and it's quite easy to do that, being listed on centralized exchanges does help with the marketing of your project, gets many more eyes on your project. As you know, many people do use these decentralized exchanges anyways. So by getting listed on them, it doesn't hurt the project at all. It actually helps it in many other ways as well. Perhaps you do see that when these projects get listed on Binance and KuCoin and Coinbase and so on, that the volume on Uniswap actually spikes because people hear about it and then go purchase it on Uniswap. So additional listings for Tixel would be beneficial. Yeah, we've had a bit of a pump recently, but at $10 million market cap, this is still incredibly tiny. If this thing gets to $1, it wouldn't be out of the question at all. So that's all I have for you guys today. Please go and do your own research. Go look into these projects. Go find your other altcoin gems. If you have any in mind that you'd like me to talk about or research on my own, please drop them down in the comments below. If you haven't yet, please hit the subscribe button and the like button. And as always, I shall see you in the next video. Cheers.